All right, graders, you need book, counters, pencil, and eraser, and we're going to get started. All right, boys and girls, we have lesson 10.2, make pictographs. Yesterday, we were reading pictographs or pictographs. Today, we're going to make it. Now, it says to use counters to solve the problem and then to draw to show the work. So even though I think you could probably do this without it, we're still going to go through it with counters for the practice. So Asaph has 6 baseballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll put it like in a 10 frame, right? So we'll put the 6th one down there. He has 4 bats. 1, 2, 3, and apparently I have lost my 10th counter. I'll have to get another one from school. So imagine I've got another counter right there because we can't fit these into the pictograph, right? So does he have more baseballs or bats? Draw circles to show the baseballs and bats. Then circle the object with more. So not tricky, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then down here, I don't actually have the 4 counters, but you guys can remember this was 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you're not even having to show how much more. All you have to do is circle the one with more. So to see that, because graphs have our data, our information all lined up so neatly, we don't even need to count. We can just look and see, well, this one obviously has more. And then circle it. All right, next page. Purple box helps us know what to do. More black sheep or white sheep in the picture. Make a pictograph to find out. Each circle stands for 1 sheep. So we're still doing pictures, but the pictures are just little things like circles. We're not actually trying to draw sheep in here. So black sheep, 1, 2, 3. Can you see they've done 1 circle there? But we need to add 2, 3. White sheep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are more. Well, you can look and see which one there's more of, and you can write that word down here, more. Which color of sheep has more? We talked about this yesterday on camera. Do more children like cats or dogs? Ask 10 friends which pets they like better. Now, I also questioned my family here at home to get the rest of the answer. So when we were talking about this yesterday on camera, we had 3 of each, right? Each circle stands for 1 child or student or, teacher or adult, somebody like that too. So we had 3 cats and we had 3 dogs. So I asked my family which ones they liked better. And Ben and Seth and Toby said that they liked cats better. And PJ said, Ben and Seth and PJ said cats and Toby said dogs. So there's the pictograph you're going to use to answer these questions. How many children chose cats? And we're pretending all of these were children, even though, Toby and PJ aren't children. How many children chose dogs? So you can check the pictograph to write that. Which pet did more children choose? Check your pictograph and write it. All right. Which activity do most children like best? Ask 10 friends. Draw 1 circle for each child's answer. So when we talked about this yesterday on camera, there were 3 of us who chose reading. 1 chose computer and 1 chose sports. So when I asked the rest of my family so that we could fill this in, Ben chose computer, Toby chose reading. Toby had a tricky time choosing though because he really likes sports too. He finally went with reading. Seth chose sports, but he had a tricky time also because he kind of likes reading, and PJ picked sports also. Excuse me. So, how many children chose reading? How many children chose computer and sports? So remember, just like yesterday, how we counted those up all together? Which activity did most children choose? Circle it. Did all your classmates make pictographs that look the same, right? Yes or no? Well, We did, because we only had the same 10 people to collect data on. But they're imagine you were in a classroom with 25 students. You might all have asked different people, in which case you might all have different graphs. So yours are all the same, but most students in most classes would write, no, they all are different. Then write your own question about the graph. If you're not sure what question to come up with, you could look back at yesterday's lesson on reading pictographs and see what kinds of questions they asked there. All right. Favorite paint color. This one's already filled in, isn't it? Matt made this picture graph to show the paint colors his friends liked best, blue, red, and green. How many children chose a paint color? So you can count up, because each circle stands for one child. So you can count up how many children chose. How many fewer children chose green than blue? Matt adds his own choice to the graph. Now, two colors have the same number of circles. Let's look at this. If Matt adds his choice to the graph, each circle stands for one child, so one circle is going to get added to the graph. Take a look up here. Where could you add one circle and have two colors be the same? If you added one circle here for red, would there be two colors that are the same? If you added one circle here for blue, would there be two colors that are the same? If you added one circle here for green, would there be two colors that are the same? So take a look at that, figure out what it is, and then the test prep, use the graph at the top, way up there. How many children chose blue and red? So you count them up together just like we did on the previous page and color in the circle there. All right, boys and girls, a little bit of a lighter math day after all that math that you did yesterday. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon. I will see you tomorrow.